Welcome to the ALDC, home of Abby Lee After Class. You may have thought, why is Abby so miserable? Why is she so hard on this mom from Iowa? Why is she being so mean to these kids? Well, not the case. The mothers were warned, it's a television show. You know, you don't say certain things or do certain things that might have a very adverse effect on someone's personal life or real life, their reality. So reality TV, although the fights are real, the emotions are real, the dancing is certainly real, a lot of people on reality TV, or our show in particular, get prompted by the producers to say certain things or do certain things. And several of the producers on our show repeatedly tell the moms to say things that they know are going to get underneath my skin. And they're wrong. So I've come to find out about this. I've learned it. I've learned my lesson. I know all about it. So I don't deal with it. I just get up and walk out. I have fabulous attorneys. And they say, Abby, just get up and walk out. Nobody is paying you to go through all that crap. So I don't. That's what I do. Now this one mom who I actually started to like, I like Jamie. She's fun. She's exciting. She's a team player. She said something very offensive to me. I wasn't going to fight with her. I wasn't going to deal with it. I was just going to get up and go. But I wanted to see my group dance compete. I deserve that. I should be there to see that group dance. After all, I bought the dresses. I found the uniforms for the housekeepers. I did all that. So why wouldn't I want to see it come together on stage? But sometimes you just have to stick to your guns, and I did. And that's why you see me say a few unladylike things to Jamie. Maybe even do a few unladylike things to Jamie. The two kids. It really didn't have anything to do with the two kids. But the two children are my students. Eliana and Macy were doing a duet. They worked hard. The gymnastic teacher worked hard. I worked hard. Gianna works hard. Everybody works hard. Should they do the dance? Yes. But should they go out on stage representing the Abby Lee Dance Company and get a trophy?
Nope.
Get rewarded for their mother's bad behavior?
Nope.
No. I have to draw the line somewhere. And if I was a school teacher, I would have a principal backing me up. I would have the county that I worked for backing me up. But I don't. I'm in the private sector. I have a dance studio. It's just me. So when I have a mom that misbehaves, that is offensive to me, that treats me like I'm a piece of dirt, I am not going to let their child go out there and win, 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 win. So I went backstage to the director of Sheer Talent and I said, listen, these two kids right here that are doing this routine, one of the mothers is completely out of control. They just said some very rude, nasty, ugly things to me. I'm not putting up with it. Pull the number. I'm a dance teacher. I entered the number. I can pull the number. Period. The kids should not have received a trophy that is rewarding their mothers for bad behavior. And a parent needs to know that their behavior directly influences their child. Whether I step in and take over or not. If you swear and use curse words in front of your child every day, all day, the kid's gonna swear. Eventually they're gonna get in trouble. How about these kids that go into schools with guns and shoot everybody up? Shouldn't a parent be held responsible in some way, shape, or form? Who bought the gun? Who gave them the money? Who let the gun into their house? And who, really? Maybe they really didn't know about it. And that right there, that's a lack of parenting, not knowing what your kid is up to. So regardless, I think those mothers should have more respect for their daughter's dance teacher, period. So they're not winning anything today. I already know that. Kendall and Kalani's duet, Suedo Trio. It was good, but there's two girls on stage fighting over one boy. We need to all imagine the boy. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. What I do imagine is that their turns are gonna be way up on releve. Their extension is gonna be up over their head. But sometimes I didn't see that either. The girls know not to drop onto their heels until they finish their turn completely. They just keep doing it. They've been told over and over. Maybe the judges see the same mistakes that I see. And maybe, just maybe, they're gonna be a little tough on my kids today. Now my last trio is Brent and Cameron. The problem I have with Cameron is she's out there dancing without a bra on. Really? Really? The costumes arrived. They were overnighted to the studio. They obviously ran a little bit big. Now, Cameron is 14 years old. She is old enough to take it upon herself to put a bra on. I should not have to tell her that when her mother is there. Now, if she was away with me alone, traveling around to different competitions, I would have certainly caught that and I would have said something. But I left the dressing room because of another mother's mouth. Her mother was there. She was looking at her kid, telling her how gorgeous she was, how perfect she was, how fabulous she's gonna do and she's gonna win everything. Never remember to tell her, you might need a little support in that costume. Now, girls watching, everybody that's subscribed to my YouTube channel, and those of you watching at home, have to realize this is nothing to be embarrassed about. It's something to talk about. And when I did talk to Cameron about it afterwards, she was very mature. She listened to me. She said, you're right. I know. I should have done that. It all worked itself out. Thank the Lord. Cameron's mother let me talk to Cameron without her interrupting, which I commended her on. I thought that was great. Cameron took it all in stride. She realized that this is her responsibility. It's her body. Those of you who are subscribers to my YouTube channel realize that a dancer's body is their instrument and you need to take care of it. You want to always, always, always protect yourself, whether it's wearing knee pads or a bra. Same difference. You want to make sure that everything is tight and in its place. The judges want to see you dance. They want to see your gorgeous face. They really don't want to look at your boobs bouncing around. That's a different kind of dancer. All right, now, moving right along. So which of the duets won? Well, we knew that the Invaders weren't going to win, Eliana and Maisie, because they were not allowed to be scored. They could dance. I allowed them to dance, but they weren't going to win a trophy. No way. And then you have Kendall and Kalani. I think the judges really put those two in their place. I think it's time to, knock a kid down a few pegs. You build them up, you build them up, you knock them down. You build them up, you build them up, you knock them down. That's what teachers do. And that's what judges do. We did have a winner though. The Sassy Jazz #1. Woohoo! Thank goodness. Ashley, whew, I was sweating that one out. But you got your Sassy Jazz and you won with it. So congratulations. Sassy Jazz, you don't really have to act too much now, do you? You just have to smile and be excited and be sassy. Liliana did not dance this week at all. I mean, she took classes, of course, every day, all day, but her mother forgets to mention that. She whined and moped and complained all week. Usually Kira's the teenager. Yeah, Stacy, the doctor, the army woman, the sophisticated one. Yeah. She whined and complained and moped around all week because her daughter wasn't dancing. You would have thought that she wasn't dancing. Wink, wink. Talk about living through your child. Oof, crazy. Now, I got a phone call from a dear friend of mine, Michael Rooney. And Michael Rooney is a big shot choreographer here in Los Angeles. He choreographs for TV, commercials, Mariah Carey, this one, that one, and the television show Hit the Floor on VH1. Now, Hit the Floor is a great show. It's based on the LA Lakers. It has all these incredible dancers. One of my former students from Pittsburgh, one of his incredible dancers now, and he called me because he needed little kids for a show. Cute, little kids, fine. He didn't really know if it was gonna be jazz, musical theater, hip hop, or what. Who do I send? Liliana. She's not dancing. She's not in the competition. Not only did I send Liliana, but I called the Uber on my phone. It was $298 for her to get from wherever we were, Timbuktu, back to Los Angeles, to Hollywood, to the audition. And I did that. I did that for her because I wanted the child to dance. I wanted the child to be in the duet with the girls. It could have been a trio, but the producers said no. The producers always say no to any of my ideas. And then we fight and fight and fight, and I end up doing them anyway, and they end up winning. In this case, I wasn't fighting anymore because I knew about this audition. So Liliana left before the group dance, traveled back here to Los Angeles, and went to the audition. I'd love to tell you that in the end, she got the job, but she didn't. She was too short and too petite for the boys that they hired. But another student from my studio, Sammy, she booked the job. There you have it. You never know. So I wish her mother would just quit whining around and be a little bit more respectful of me and realize that we are shooting a television show. And sometimes what the producers want, the producers get. That's all for Abby Lee After Class.
ALDC. You've obviously watched my video. Now like, comment, and subscribe.